Hey guys, Jira Bro back with another video. Let's talk about more of the Jira Product Discovery. And for specific the Jira Product Discovery and the product roadmap feature. Now, product roadmap is only available from premium to above tier packages. So if you're actually using product discovery either as a standard or free, you won't be able to use this. So I'm gonna choose the templating here. So it's saying for us that we have a Jira product discovery, the issue type of an idea, which is the only issue type, and this is something that does make sense when it comes to the product management and the whole life cycle in there, right? Because everything starts with the idea itself. And then you have the workflows such as parking lot, discovery, ready for delivery, delivery, impact, and archived. So, and this is actually focused on the roadmap itself. And what's important is that it's always up to date roadmap. So this is something that is interesting. So I'm gonna um, say products roadmap. That's going to be the name of it. Now we have options to be either open, limited, or the private. Now, the thing is to understand is within the product discovery, you have two user roles. One are the creators and the other one are the contributors. When it comes to the contributors, they're unlimited. But for the creators, for the free tier, you can have up to 3 creators within your package. And if you exceed that limitation, then you actually, well, need to start to pay for the standard. So what is defining it here? So we're having open, limited, and private. This is really similar when you're having a team managed project. So in here it's saying everyone can open the project. Any user with product access can act as the creator. Everyone can open the project, but only user you specify can act as the creators. This is actually interesting because you don't want anyone to be a creator right there. All right, so we're gonna start and we're gonna create our project right here. So now it's giving us this whole definition of how it works, what kind of views we're gonna have in there, especially the word views, the matrix views, and everything else. So welcome. This is your product roadmap. All right, within the product roadmap, as you can see, this right here is your board representation, right? It does look like a Kanban board indeed, but what we are having when it comes to the roadmap is it's like really like a roadmap. It's like we're doing this now. In the upcoming 2 months, we're gonna be doing this. In upcoming 3 months, we are gonna do this, and so on and so forth. Just like you're having the Atlassian cloud roadmap, where the team for the Atlassian have in mind what features are going to be rolled out within, let's say, the first quarter of 2025. Then for the second quarter of 2025, there are even some of the features that are planned to be released in 2026, and most of these are the features that are covering the compliance licenses. But that is a different story. So what you can actually do in here is if I click on the new rewards program, so it's giving me some of the information in here, such as hypothesis, what is the validation, what is the decision, and it's like saying we will remove this feature from beta to make it generally available to all our customers as its benefit has been proven. Now, of course, you have the option to actually add an attachment right here if there is, of course, a need to it. You also have the option for you also have the pin fields, just like in Jira, when you have the option to pin your fields so they can be showing well as pin fields, so you can be focused on those fields first. And what we have in here is the theme, then we have the roadmap, we have the impact score, we have the customer segments, the value, and so much more. And the great thing about this is basically when you hover over each of these fields right here, it's telling you why is this field is being used, so what for. And then we have, for example, like impact score, and it's saying like it takes into account the impact, the insights of the idea. Based on the result, it assigns each idea a value between 0 and 100. So right, then we also have for the value, user value that an idea will actually deliver. And when it's actually happening here is that this idea right here will probably be delivered. So this is actually something that is really interesting. If we actually move to other options in here, we have the impact score, and it's saying the 65 of the impact score, and now it's saying it's next, and it's not having a big value in here. The value is actually high. It's not like something that is really high. But also we have the teams that have been assigning here, where we have team alpha and team beta. So if we actually wanted to add our own idea in here, so this is something that search or to create the idea itself, I can say develop a new microservice system, whatever. And now, and it's saying, okay, what is the theme in here, right? So what do we want to have? So we have like expand the horizons, for example, and the theme is now the expand the horizons. So this theme is like, okay, what we are actually working on. So if the theme, it's like increasing the revenue, okay, how we can actually increase the revenue, how we can win the enterprise customers. Is it with some of our campaigns? Is it with reaching out and connecting through LinkedIn within different companies that are actually within our realm of our business, for example? Also, there is a theme of delighting the customers, or, for example, much bigger, let's say redesign of the UI UX, right? And now we have the theme in here, and the theme would be to delight our customers in here. What is the impact score? So we still don't have it. Customer segments, enterprise, startups, SMB. So we're targeting everyone. Okay, I'm gonna be targeting everyone in here. The value is gonna be really high. Now let's say the team beta is gonna be for this. Now if you actually have some of the documents, we can import them as well. And also, when you go through all of these things, then you have the available fields. The available fields in here, I can import myself, of course, as the assignee. I can see who is the creator in here. I have some of the sample ideas that I can put as the category. What is the what are the linked issues in here? What is the spec ready? And also, here is the status, and the status is actually right here. But if I pin it, I can actually see it in here. And I can say, yeah, it's still in the parking lot. We're this should be for the later, right? So this is something that we're not being focused right now, right? Because yeah, we want to be focused on these things first. And that is interesting. Okay, so what are the insights for the effort and the impact? A high-level estimate of effort required to deliver this idea, and it would be a lot of effort, because if it's the redesign of the whole app, it can take a lot of time and it can take a lot of development effort, also the UI and the UX designers effort, because they actually need to redesign everything, and when they redesign that, the front end developers are actually the ones who are taking that over, and when they take that over, the back end also needs to make sure that all of that data that is going through and everything that is happening behind the scenes needs to be there, so the app itself doesn't crash. Okay, so then we have the impact. Rated manually represents how each idea contributes to the theme. Well, it's gonna be a big one, I can say like that. So, and it's saying the impact score in here now is 50, and it is because it can be a really, really big impact, especially when you're doing this this thing. Okay, that is actually pretty nice, and that is pretty interesting. Now, there is this access option in here where we're having the restrictions. We can actually manage who can do this. So it's saying the creators can actually edit this. And now the question is, okay, how do we manage our creators? Well, actually, we go to our project settings. We go to our access. I can see for myself that I'm the creator, right? And since I am the creator in here, I can make the changes. So if I try to add more people, for example, let's say Alana Grant. Alana Grant is going to be, and now there's difference. Admins can have access to all of the features and can manage the project settings. We don't want her to mess up with the settings. We want her to only be the viewer only, just to see how actually this works. That is how the contributors are actually working. For example, then we have administrator, for example, and that administrator is also going to be a creator. But what happens in here? For this user to have creator access to this, you need product access with the creator role. So what actually this means, I need to add them from my user management. I need to actually add them as the creators to grant them the product access of the creators. Right, so if I actually go here, let me just go and search for the administrator. Alright, so we're having the product in here, and as we can see, they don't have the access to this product at all. So we're gonna go with our Jira Product Discovery in here, and we're gonna select that this user right here, they're going to be the creators. And now they have a new product role. Something that actually you see is new in here are these projects and basically these roles in here, the goals in here. Goals are now part of your Atlassian home because Atlas doesn't exist anymore. As a product itself, Atlas is no more. Atlas is now part of being the Atlassian home. Alright, so if I go back, now I'm going to see that this error is now gone. Oh, okay, now I see all of the ideas in here. Now what happened is I switched from this view to this view. So all of these things right here these are my views, and this is how I actually see this. So if I want to see this in a list type of kind of a view, I can see it like that. I can also see the impact assessment, where there is like the impact and saying impact score is 100. That's a lot. And there is like the impact score of 65, impact score of 50. And then you can actually see that everything is being in the ascending order, and we can actually see what is the level of the impact itself. And as you can see, if the impact score is lower, then the impact is also going to be lower. Now also we have the comparison between the impact versus the effort, and if we go for our redesign actually here, well, we can actually see what is going on in here. So it's within the medium, and then it's actually within the high. So yeah, we can actually see how important it is. But for like explore VR travel features, you can actually see how low the impact is going to be, but what the effort is going to be, because implementing the whole VR technology and everything like that, it's gonna consume a lot. I mean a lot of time for the developers, especially if you have the developers who are not really familiar with the implementing of the VR technologies. What this would mean, if this is something that is really important, then you will need to hire some of the extra developers in order to who have the VR application development experience. But it's going to first take some time to hire them, then it's going to also take some time to onboard them on the project and to explain to them what needs to be done. But since it's not something that we're going to do, it's basically out there. I'm not gonna say it's in the trash, but it's almost like that. And also you can see your product timeline. This is actually pretty interesting because this really looks like the roadmap. And what we can actually see in here is like, oh, it's going for the April, then it's going from to the July, September, and it's here. Right, so project start, project target. Right, we also have the start of the another project, which is here in July, September, then the ending is on October, December. Yeah. In here, I didn't actually specify. Yeah, project start and the project end date. So let's say they're in the project timeline on 2023, and I'm saying, you know, October, and it's gonna be around January, March. Let's go back to product timeline, and there we go. It's actually pretty here. Oh, we're having... that's actually interesting. October, December, we're having a lot of projects that are going from that timeline. So, no, this is not something that is really suitable. And, yeah. Okay, that's more like it. And now we can actually see this right here could be our roadmap, because before this feature was actually called the roadmap. And we also have the delivery status, and this is actually pretty interesting because we have some specific things. For example, we have the specifications ready, we have the designs ready. What is the delivery progress? An estimation for the progress of delivery tickets from Jira that are linked to the idea. So that's actually pretty interesting because you can link this with your Jira. So if we're actually doing this, and I'm going to say create a delivery ticket, and now I'm like, okay, for which project this is going to be? I'm going to say this is going to be for my Kanban project, and yeah. Okay. And now we have the new rewards program. So if we actually go here within our Jira, we have ideas, and we can actually see that this is something that is new, and it's saying new rewards program. And we have now basically that this is linked to this. Okay. And we are having like delivery progress. Where is the delivery progress? We don't have any child issues. And in here, this is something that developers can actually be working on. And delivery process. I'm just curious. Yes. So this is like in progress. And you can actually see that, well, this is indeed the delivery progress. But what also happens is, let's say we have new rewards program, let's say testing, and it's in the backlog, yeah, that's sure, but yeah, this is like, I'm going to say to this selected for development. Now you're going to see that this changes, and now I have the delivery progress in here, where I have one to do of issues and I have one that is in progress. So this is actually great because I can track the issues that are related to this idea on how they are working. So this is actually pretty great, especially because you can use this to on your daily stand-ups and everything, so you can be saying, okay, this is the idea, these are the issues that are related to this idea, let's see what's going on with this. This is actually pretty great, and you can of course do this for every single project. Those are the main things that I wanted to show you for the product roadmap. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.